Can the best camera phones match the human eye? It's a question that sparks curiosity and fuels innovation in the world of technology. Smartphones have become our constant companions, capturing life's moments with increasing fidelity. But how do these digital devices compare to the intricate biological system that allows us to see the world around us? This essay delves into the fascinating comparison between smartphone megapixels and the human eye. We'll explore the mechanics of both, dissecting how megapixels capture light and how our eyes translate it into vision. We'll examine the capabilities of modern smartphone cameras, assessing their strengths and limitations in relation to human sight. Our journey will take us through the evolution of smartphone camera technology, highlighting advancements in resolution, dynamic range, and color science. We'll also touch upon the burgeoning field of computational photography, where artificial intelligence is enhancing the capabilities of digital imaging. Finally, we'll ponder the future of smartphone vision, considering whether these devices will ever truly replicate the complexity and nuance of the human eye. Join me as we unravel the intricate tapestry of pixels and perception, exploring the convergence of technology and biology in the realm of vision. It's a story of remarkable progress and exciting possibilities, where the digital and the biological continue to inspire and challenge one another. Megapixels, the ubiquitous measure of camera prowess, represent the millions of tiny squares that capture light on a digital sensor. Each pixel acts as a miniature light bucket, collecting photons and converting them into electrical signals. These signals are then processed and assembled into the images we see on our screens. The more megapixels a camera has, the more detail it can capture. Imagine a mosaic, a picture composed of countless tiny tiles. A higher megapixel count is akin to having smaller, more numerous tiles, resulting in a finer, more detailed image. This translates to sharper photos with the ability to zoom in or crop without losing significant clarity. However, megapixels are only part of the story. The size of individual pixels also plays a crucial role in image quality. Larger pixels can gather more light, resulting in better low-light performance and reduced image noise. This is why a camera with fewer but larger pixels can sometimes outperform one with a higher megapixel count but smaller pixels. The human eye, a masterpiece of biological engineering, operates on principles that are both strikingly different from and remarkably similar to digital cameras. Unlike the rigid grid of pixels on a sensor, our eyes rely on a curved retina containing millions of light-sensitive cells called rods and cones. Rods are highly sensitive to light, allowing us to see in low-light conditions. Cones, on the other hand, are responsible for color vision and our ability to perceive fine details. These cells work in concert to transmit visual information to the brain, where it is interpreted and transformed into our perception of the world. Unlike the static nature of a digital photograph, our vision is dynamic and constantly adapting. Our eyes continuously adjust focus, aperture, and sensitivity to optimize for changing light conditions and points of interest. This fluidity allows us to seamlessly navigate a world of varying brightness, color, and depth. Smartphone cameras have come a long way since their humble beginnings. The megapixel race has pushed the boundaries of resolution, with some devices now boasting sensors exceeding 100 megapixels. This allows for incredibly detailed images, capturing minute details that were previously impossible to discern. However, the human eye's resolution, while difficult to quantify directly, is estimated to be equivalent to a staggering 576 megapixels. This remarkable figure highlights the sheer complexity of our visual system, which goes beyond simple pixel counts. Our eyes perceive detail not just through the density of light-sensitive cells, but also through intricate neural processing in the brain. Despite the impressive resolution of modern smartphone cameras, they still fall short of the human eye's ability to discern fine details, especially in dynamic scenes with varying light and motion. Our eyes excel at adapting to these complexities while cameras still struggle to capture the full richness of the visual world. Dynamic range refers to a camera's ability to capture a wide range of light intensities, from the brightest highlights to the darkest shadows. The human eye excels in this area, effortlessly adjusting to scenes with stark contrasts, allowing us to see details in both brightly lit and shadowy areas simultaneously. Smartphone cameras, despite significant advancements, still lag behind in dynamic range. While HDR, or high dynamic range technology, has improved their ability to capture a wider range of light, it often results in artificial-looking images with unnatural halos or exaggerated contrasts. The human eye's dynamic range is estimated to be around 20 stops, meaning it can discern detail in scenes where the brightest point is 1 million times brighter than the darkest point. Smartphone cameras, even with HDR, typically achieve a dynamic range of 12 to 14 stops, highlighting the gap that remains. While megapixels and dynamic range are important metrics, they don't fully encompass the complexity of human vision. Our eyes are not merely passive receptors of light. They are part of an intricate neural network that interprets and processes visual information in ways that technology is only beginning to grasp. Our brains play a crucial role in how we see, filling in gaps, compensating for blind spots, and creating a cohesive visual experience from the raw data received by our eyes. Factors like attention, memory, and emotion also influence our perception, adding layers of subjectivity and meaning to what we see. Smartphone cameras, being purely objective devices, lack this inherent subjectivity and contextual awareness. They capture what is in front of them, but they cannot replicate the intricate interplay of biology, psychology, and cognition that shapes human vision. Color, a fundamental element of visual experience, is perceived differently by cameras and human eyes. Smartphone camera sensors utilize color filters to capture light in red, green, and blue wavelengths, which are then combined to create a full-color image. The human eye, however, possesses 3 types of cones, each sensitive to a different range of wavelengths, allowing us to perceive a wider spectrum of colors than cameras can capture. Moreover, our perception of color is influenced by factors like lighting, context, and even our individual experiences. While smartphone cameras have made significant strides in color accuracy, they still struggle to replicate the nuance and richness of human color vision. The subtle variations in hues and saturations that we perceive so effortlessly remain a challenge for digital sensors to capture faithfully. Artificial intelligence is transforming the landscape of photography, ushering in an era of computational photography where algorithms enhance and manipulate images in ways that were previously unimaginable. Techniques like machine learning and deep neural networks are being used to improve image quality, correct distortions, and even create entirely new visual effects. Smartphone cameras are at the forefront of this revolution, leveraging AI to overcome their physical limitations and push the boundaries of what's possible in digital imaging. Features like portrait mode, night sight, and super resolution zoom all rely heavily on computational photography algorithms to enhance and manipulate images. These advancements are blurring the lines between reality and artificiality, raising questions about the authenticity and objectivity of photographic images. While AI can enhance certain aspects of image quality, it can also introduce artifacts and distortions, highlighting the ethical considerations that accompany this technological evolution. The relentless pursuit of technological progress raises the question, will smartphone cameras ever truly replicate the human eye? While the gap between digital sensors and biological vision remains significant, ongoing research and development continue to push the boundaries of what's possible. Advancements in sensor technology, image processing algorithms, and computational photography are paving the way for smartphone cameras that can capture more light, discern finer details, and adapt to dynamic scenes with greater fidelity. The integration of AI is further accelerating this progress, enabling cameras to mimic human-like perception in increasingly sophisticated ways. However, replicating the full complexity of human vision goes beyond simply improving technical specifications. It involves understanding the intricate interplay of biology, psychology, and cognition that shapes our visual experience. Whether technology can ever truly bridge this gap remains an open question, one that continues to fuel innovation and inspire new possibilities. While the human eye is a marvel of biological engineering, it is not without its limitations. Our visual system is constrained by the physical properties of light, the structure of our eyes, and the processing capacity of our brains. Our ability to perceive detail is limited by the density of photoreceptor cells in our retinas. Our color vision is restricted by the range of wavelengths our cones can detect, and our dynamic range, while impressive, has its limits, as evidenced by our inability to see clearly in extremely bright or dark conditions. These biological constraints serve as a reminder that even the most sophisticated biological systems are subject to physical laws and evolutionary trade-offs. While technology may strive to surpass these limitations, it's important to acknowledge the inherent constraints of both biological and artificial systems. The comparison between smartphone megapixels and the human eye reveals a fascinating interplay between technology and biology. While digital cameras have made remarkable strides in image quality, they still fall short of replicating the full complexity and nuance of human vision. Our eyes are not merely passive receptors of light, they are part of an intricate neural network that interprets and processes visual information in ways that technology is only beginning to grasp. Factors like attention, memory, and emotion also influence our perception, adding layers of subjectivity and meaning to what we see. The future of smartphone vision lies in a symbiotic relationship between pixels and perception. As technology continues to advance, it can learn from the intricacies of human vision, striving to capture not just the objective reality, but also the subjective experience of seeing the world. Ultimately, the pursuit of replicating human vision is not simply about achieving technical superiority, but about deepening our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. It's a journey of exploration and discovery, where pixels and perception converge to illuminate the wonders of sight.